time has come, my friends. The old big block truck's getting a makeover. I ordered everything I possibly could off the old eBay Performance, so we'll have to wait and see. All right, so I got my good buddy Rodney here from Smallwood Racing. He's gonna do us a solid on this unit. You see he brought his lethal weapons here. So what's the plan, man?
Well, we're gonna give her a little facelift, make her look a little shinier, get rid of some of these car wash scratches and the years of sitting in the junkyard.
Yeah, this thing here, guys. So you might have saw it if you've been paying attention to the videos. You would have seen we got our two-tone. Our buddy Eric did the rockers and cab corners. We got her looking freaking mint. Now you may not be a fan of the two-tone, but trust me, when we're done with it, she's gonna be looking fresh. So, like Rodney was saying, we got a bunch of, I mean, this thing you've seen it sat at Wayne's yard for who knows how long, plus where'd it come from there, who knows? All this stuff here, hopefully we're shooting for, and obviously we're not gonna get, we're just gonna get a nice sticker to, Band-Aid sticker, right, probably?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be the golden. So, and another big scratch he's gonna hopefully work on for us. This was the biggest reason he's here, biggest reason. We got this massive scratch, like something got drugged down the side of her. So what do you think that's going to take?
I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think I can get 90% of it at least out.
Think it's in 2000 by the wet sand, or
maybe at worst case scenario, but I got some that turbo cut's got a little bit of a grit to it. It should take most of it out.
Freaking perfect.
Heat is our best friend and our worst enemy on this one.
So the biggest thing, like Rodney was saying, since this is fresh paint down here, we don't want to get into this, so we're going to put a mask line across here and then just kind of work on the top, and then maybe a winter project or something we might touch up the top half. So we'll see how long she stays around, you know what I mean, depending on you guys and the interest. This thing, you never know what can happen, I'm just saying. But let's get started with that, and then I do have some other stuff from eBay Performance that we're going to do to this truck by the end of this video. So let's get going. All right, what do you think? Time to peel the tape?
I think so.
We just want to kind of show you the difference of what it takes. We're taking paint from 1997, and it literally, you can see the difference. You can see the shine. You see me looking at you, looking at me, you know? All right, well, Rodney's working. I figured I'd at least show you what we got for the old girl. All right, remember, all right, we went on eBay and Amazon and got the absolute cheapest shit we could find, which that's just protocol for us around here. So let's start off with the good stuff. Oh, what are we missing here? What do we got? Oh, tailgate trim plate, huh? Oh yeah, you ready for this? I know. I feel like I'm 16 again with these sweet, you ready? Smoked marker lights. Oh yeah. No, I mean, ones will work. They'll work, but they're not smoked, all right? So, also, what do you guys think about this? Just drop in the comments below. It'll probably be on by the time you comment on it and tell me it looks like shit, but at least let me know. So I got a charcoal grayish pinstripe. All right, we're gonna split the two-tone. Do I have to? No, because Eric did a killer job lining it up. It's just the fact that we gotta have a breaking point. All right, so we got 2 rolls of 1 inch. I mean, that's a real 1 inch, guys. And then they gave us these fancy little ends that we can't use because that ain't gonna match up to our 1 inch. All right, next. You can't. Who delivers me a package like this? That's legit how I got it from USPS today. That's great. Thanks, Kevin. All right, so of course we got vent visors. Well, they're window shades. We don't want to, they're gonna be fine. But I got it for an extended cab because I ordered the wrong ones. But we got those. All right. There's more. There's more, of course. Now remember, this thing, we're just bringing her back to life, because this thing, it could have been gone forever. So now we got a big block swap short box truck. I do have some other stuff on order yet I don't have yet, and I'm bumming, but by the end of the video, you're gonna see me pimping it around with what I ordered. So, of course, we got, oh, I see it, guys. Oh yeah, smoked freaking taillights. Safety, who needs that shit? Come on now. All right, lastly, what do we got here? What is this anyways? I don't even remember what this is. Oh yeah, the corner lights. I didn't do the headlights. I kind of like the clear look, you know, and Rodney's gonna wheel them out while he's here. That if not, Big John, our buddy there, he'll be on it if Rodney can't. So we got contestant number 17. With that length of the box, I'm just saying, you should know what that is. All right, that, my friends, is eBay's cheapest roll-up tonneau cover, and we're gonna show you how to put it on too. So it's gonna be glorious, because I missed this whole thing here. You know, I almost want to get like the chrome door edge guard and put it around every freaking thing. You know, that would just be icing on the cake. What are you doing, man?
Oh, a little pinstripe, a little, break it up a little bit. Kind of digging it. Nice little primer gray.
We were debating on this. Our buddy Big John was over, and he was talking, you know, a little black on there, and a little harsh. All right, and so we got the electrical tape out. And we tried it. It did not look. I don't know. So we got that 1 inch, like we said. We got the old eBay Performance pinstripe. And what do you guys think of the? It's hard to see. Let me get up closer with the camera. All right, we got our silver. We got our. They called it charcoal gray, but that's more like mailbox gray. You know what I'm saying? And then we got our teal. Battleship gray.
I'm gonna go with battleship gray.
It's something for sure. I'm digging it. I'm sorry it's growing on me because we were debating. Now I know it's too late now because it's already over with. But we thought about rolling it down into here a little bit, and it worked good on the flat panels. But when we got back to the back of the box, not so good. So we're gonna stick with it. Let me know what you think. Well, friends, daylight has faded fast. Rodney is on his way out. We got her pinstriped and wheeled out, looking like a freaking new one.
Oh yeah, she turned out pretty good. Not all of it came out, but 90% of it did.
It was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was rough. But all the scuffs that you really wanted out are gone.
That driver's side was rough, but he did a great job and brought her back to life. So you'll get to see her in the morning. Some fresh daylight on her, looking good. But make sure you drop over to Rodney's channel. Make sure you give him a subscribe. We'd appreciate it. I'm sure he would as well. So we're gonna let him out of here. We're gonna jump back in on some more fun stuff. Well, friends, next day, back to the OBS. So I had a little mishap with the pinstripe, and he did a great job putting her on, but I peeled it back off. I know, all that hard work. So after he wheeled it, I don't know if the compound was too slick or maybe I need to, I mean, it's non-silicone, so it shouldn't have really impacted the adhesive side of things, but I'm gonna go ahead and take an alcohol swipe or swab or something and try to wipe that area down, because the next morning after the sun hit it, she started kind of peeling in the edges and stuff like that. So you won't see it on yet, but you will see it on shortly again. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the tonneau cover put on. You can see she's a little dirty because we had her at the alignment shop, but she'll be getting cleaned up again here shortly. Let me get this tonneau cover on, and then we can start putting our marker lights and all that stuff in. But I was looking at some stuff earlier, and eBay Performance strikes again. All right, so look at that vent visor. That thing's damn near straight. All right, let's just take this one for example. All right, now is the window curve straight? Absolutely not.
I said, well, you ain't that straight.
I don't think that's gonna work out. I mean, maybe cut it off there, and then, you know, you say it's plastic, it'll bend a little bit. Well, if I bend it in half, it might make the curve. So them are gonna get sent back. I should have just bought auto vent shade ones. If you guys ever want them, get auto vent shade or get WeatherTech something and pay $100 or whatever. The $30 Ching Chong China ones, they don't fit. So I'm hoping eBay Performance will take them back for me. But what are you gonna do? All right, these thingies here, right? Them are coming. We're picking them up first thing in the morning. They're gonna be all mounted and balanced, because I don't want to scratch the new. Well, you don't know what they are yet, but I don't want to scratch them. So I'm having my friends do it at the local alignment shop. They're gonna take care of that for me. They got a better balancer too. My balancer's a 1970s Harbor Freighter, so you know, I mean, I don't know if they spin balanced tires in the 70s, but it'll be fine. Project at hand. see what happens. I mean, now that it's on, you won't even see them self-tappers that I use to hold it down because the clamps are not good. So, but I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. Hide all the junk that I put in the bed of my pickup trucks. Now you don't know what's in there. Now that the easy part's done, we gotta get rid of these old girls. Now, the taillights don't work on this side anyways, so it's more just for looks, you know, because you don't need a brake light or anything. That's not, it's unnecessary. So there she is. I even put a new circuit board in here too. I've had these connectors fail. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but I really haven't. Wow. Never mind. I may have found it. Let me bring you closer for that one. Who's to say that some of my wiring is going to be in there where I have problems? Oh, because of the trailer wiring. Instead of buying the right kit, let's just hack and whack. So let me, let's see. Let's get some butt connectors out. So, now that we got to start over, we're just gonna clip it all. Just cut it all, right? All right, butt connectors are butt connected. Tell me if it works. We got brake lights. I wiggled her and she turned on. Look at that. Now we got a turn signal, folks. You think the backup lights work? We got our first light. 17 butt connectors later. We got running lights and brake lights and backup lights. Oh yeah. All right, we gotta pop the hood.
Pop the hood.
So we gotta pull this grill out. Biggest thing is, we wanna be able to get to these lights. So obviously, you gotta remove the grill. Because right back here is a couple plastic little stamped steel nuts holding these in. Obviously the front we get assessed for the, you know, the outside here, but there's a couple screws that run along the top. Well, that one's broke, but we're gonna butter that back up someday. A couple 7s. We'll pull this whole grill assembly forward and then we can get rid of these. And again, we're just gonna use these because, you know, we have them. So, as long as we can get all 4 of them out, we're gonna be freaking golden. Now, if you break these lights, it don't really matter. We just need these fancy stamped steel waffle nuts. These nuts? Ha! Got him! Hey, there it is. All right, your boy goofed again. So I must have ordered them for a Chevy instead of a GMC, or they're just wrong. So, oh yeah, yep, this is gonna be a good one. So, look at the width difference. Look at that. They don't fit. Son of a biscuit, guys, I tell you. I try. I'm just gonna order some, I'm gonna get some of that foo-foo paint in the morning and we're just gonna put the originals back in. Cause that ain't gonna fit. She overhangs a little bit. Damn it. Okay. Once bitten, well, like 3 times bitten something. I don't know how that song goes, but it ain't working out for me today. Well, friends, it's the part that you all been waiting for and I haven't been. The power washer is out. You know what that means. So this old girl here has needed a scrub dub underneath. Cause she's dirty. Now, remember, she ain't no show truck. But I want to get all this crap out of here and all this old dirt and old junkyard mud. And I want to power wash it all off. Because we're going to undercoat this. Nobody said that was a fun job, but it's got to get done. So time to start squeegeeing out. And then we got our big fan handy because it's only 9,000 degrees out. So we're gonna turn that bad boy on, help dry this out, dry this off. Because tomorrow we're getting undercoating, and then we get to foo-foo bomb our marker lights. Because, you know, only one of the 6 fit, well, 2 of the 6. Well, it's next day. She is all dried off, and we're in the midst of our not-so frame-off restoration. So something I wanted to show you, and we're gonna get into real fast. I went ahead and did the passenger side, but I went ahead and I changed the U-bolts. You ask why? Why would you change U-bolts? Well, here in Michigan, and I'm sure many other northern states, these things pack up with every freaking thing. Your lower leaf spring clamp piece there, you know, that dude, she is full to the top. Look at the U-bolts that came out of this thing. You don't realize that your 9/16 or half-inch U-bolts are now 1/4 inch. Yeah, I know, right? And we're doing burn-offs for those things. So your boy here has done enough lift kits on these types of trucks to have some brand new U-bolts laying around off like a 17. You know, brand new to me, right? So we're changing them. Another thing, shocks. It's time. They're pretty rough. And then, since everything is dry, we're gonna go ahead and undercoat it. But I don't want to breathe in them fumes quite yet. So I'm trying to get the small things done first. You know, get these old rusty babies out of here. Get our new U-bolts in, but I want to bring you along for this adventure. I'm going to take these things off and we'll show you how bad this really gets here. A little bit of heat goes a long way. Be a 3/8 bolt by all means. Look at all the crap in there though. That, my friends, is why they rust out. What the hell? You know, that was a great idea, GM. Yeah, she's look at all that shit in there. Woo, it's hot. Hot. Get your new Usmans on and send them home. Hopefully it's not seized in the bushing. That didn't taste good. Don't need that anymore. Moment of truth. Do you think them bolts are gonna come loose? Drop that in the comment below, because I don't think so. But we're gonna try, and we're gonna make them. I got a bushing if we have to, and then we got some minty fresh eBay performance shackles that are gonna bring it down just right, hopefully. The tires I ordered are kind of small, so I'm hoping it looks good. But let's see what happens. Should I spray that? Probably. Am I going to? Probably not. But I'm gonna try spinning it from the backside because we want it to spin free in the shackle in there. So wish me luck. Okay. She ain't moving. Can we spin the nut off there? Is that gonna fit in there? Okay, we got the nut off, so but that is exactly what I thought would happen. It's gonna be seized in there most likely. Well, you see what we elected to do, all in the name of looking good.
Now the key here is not to drop a hat on your foot, on your main tennis shoes.
Or down your sock. This is just payback for working on my buddy Derek's Jimmy from Mississippi. Get you pops out of there. So you can bend that out just a skosh if you need, like that. And hopefully, I'll mess up our roll pan. I think we just got it to pop up. We did, okay. So now we'll lower it down and then hopefully that one there will spin out because that's the one we're worried about. So if you're ever in a pickle, don't forget about your ball joint press. So I got that set in there, very tight fit. I had to pull out this little inner fender deal. It is moving. I don't know if it's pushing it out yet. I don't know. It's doing something though. I really hope it's not pushing the center of the bushing out because that would not be good. Oh, just so you can see what I see. So basically, we used our ball joint press as a pusher and it's pushing the bolt out. And what's nice is it looks like the sleeve is still in there because that's what we didn't want to do. We didn't want to push that sleeve out because we need to reuse that bushing because they're a pain in the ass to change on the truck, and we ain't going through all that because we're just going for looks. We're not going for ride. All right, old shackle. See what we torched out? We got that one out. Perfect. So the new one, you can see where we're gonna gain our difference. So we got a 1-inch drop and a 2-inch drop. And this lines up with this random hole. So that would be normal. That's where we're gaining it. So basically we're sticking the spring up in the box further. So that's gonna work out great, but we saved that one. Hopefully we can save the other side, but I wanna get this side on so we got some sort of stability. Because right now all we have is the tranny jack and you know, it's working. All right, that's what it looks like with the shackles on and tightened up. Now keep in mind, you wanna put this at ride height when you tighten these. I jacked the rear end up sky high and you know, simulated ride height. So I'm gonna go ahead and start undercoating this thing, guys, and I'm gonna show you kind of how I do it, wrong or right, but it's gonna church up this chassis anyways, because she's, like I said, got the orange, you know, grass miles on her. So we just use the rust-free product like we talked about the other day, and basically they sell a gun, and this is the undercoating and rust-proofing gun if you have the wand. Basically it just siphons out of the gallon jug and you walk around and just spray it everywhere. Now I'm gonna turn my big fan on and I got my little, you know, COVID mask I'm gonna wear. So let's not breathing too much of this crap. So let me get this stuff going. We'll do a quick time lapse of this. All right, so pretty straightforward. You kind of just pull the trigger and eventually it'll start siphoning up the hose. There it is. Looking better already. Now you might see like it looks like light spots, but a lot of that is because it's wet and dry and starting to dry. So I'm not done yet. I'm gonna go ahead and work a little more at it, guys, but it is kind of a lengthy process, but I wanted to show you a little bit of what it takes. So definitely gonna rejuvenate this. I finally got this thing done under here. So what a mess. I got, you know, it's all over me. So kind of look like a Dalmatian, I guess you could say. I did get something special. I ran off real quick while this was drying. Let me show you what I picked up. All right, friends, this is one of those investments that needed to happen. Hell yeah. Got me some brand new Riddler wheels, the cheapest Summit tires I could find on the old internet, and she is looking, well, they're looking fresh anyways. I'm beyond excited. How freaking cool is that? What do you guys think about the wheel? I went with that gray because that's gonna kind of blend in with the gray paint on the sides. I'm excited to put them on. I'm hoping they're not too low because 235/75s are like 28.5 or 28. They're about 28.5 inches long, right? Or tall, the diameter, right? These dudes are like 27. Now we did lower the truck down 2 inches in the rear, and the front lowered itself down about 12 inches because of that big block. So really what I'm hoping is this is the right height. Worst case, we get 2-inch drop spindles in the front and then we get drop hangers for the rear and drop it even more, which may happen. But remember, you gotta remember what this thing is. Now, the sad part is those cost as much as the investment of the truck. So keep that in mind. This is kind of blowing the budget, all right? Because I had about 1,500 bucks in the truck after it's all said and done with what you see. And then those were around 1,200 with wheels and tires and everything. So yeah, it's on the higher end of the spectrum, but that's what's gonna make or break this pick-em-up truck. So we're gonna roll them out here and get one put on and see what she looks like. Because we gotta set it on the ground and check out that lift. Well, the lowering. All right, so we got smoke in a can, right? So I wanted to tint those marker lights because, you know, I got the wrong one. So then I wanted to finish this truck because it's just got to get done, right? We got to get back to the Hot Rod Camaro, which we did get the headers for that too. I can show you that. I might show you them today. We'll see. But so it says for prep, hit them with wax and grease remover. I don't have any, but I'm going to hit them with a little Scotch-Brite, which don't do too much because I know with plastic it can kind of like, you know, I don't know, gas out or whatever, kind of like when you do powder coating. But a little scuffy. And then we're going to wipe them off real fast and see how this stuff works. I've never used it, so I'll be sure to let you guys know here in a hot second. All right, so let's give her a shot. Now remember, this is kind of asinine because, you know, you're limiting your visibility to the people, right? But this off-road use only, it'll be fine. So use at your discretion. So I'm gonna lay my little test right here. Okay, so I'm assuming the more coats, the darker it is, right? So we don't want to go too crazy. So they may be a little dark, but we'll see how she dries. I did get something else too today. Oh yeah, the last piece of the puzzle. Well, they're vent visors because we had to, you know, send those back because they didn't fit, but oh yeah, you know we had to go with an LED, you know, high mount brake light that's smoked. Of course, because that's the theme, right? Of course, we got to put some new brakes on before we put new wheels on, duh. Oh yeah, that natural lighting is so much better. Oh yeah, moment of truth, guys. Moment of freaking truth. Hopefully I got the right bolt pattern. Oh yeah. That is badass. That tires are kind of small. We knew that. Might be too small. Might have to lower it more. Let's get some lug nuts. I'm really hoping they fit over the hub in the front. That's why I tried the rear first, because I knew they were going to fit. Well, our smoked marker lights are not so smoky. Or, well, it cracked like smoke on glass. I don't know. I either screwed it up, guys, or we're just going to say I screwed it up. I probably shouldn't have sanded it, but... Or I should order the right eBay performance marker lights. But I mean, you're getting the full look now. Now, I know. I got to do something about that. You'll probably see in a later date, picture, backstory, video, something. I'm going to change these because they look like hell. I think I need like crystal clear ones maybe. I don't want to do smoked headlights, but I might have to. But you get the full effect. I mean, look at this thing. She is sexy. Let me lower this thing on the ground. I know we're lacking the vent visors and stuff, but we got to at least see what it looks like on the ground. We can roll it outside and maybe try to put our pinstripe back on. Or not. All right, moment of truth. Let's put her on the ground. You ready? Let's see what a real 2 inches looks like. This transformation as much as I did. I know it's normally a How Tuesday, but today's kind of like a transformation Tuesday, all right? This gem came from the junkyard, not was it 3 months ago, and now we got ourselves a hell of a street truck. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share all the good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.